So, in Black Widow, we got to see the introduction of Red Guardian, or Alexei Shostakov, and Iron Maiden, or Melina Vostokoff. And I thought that the two characters were absolutely incredible. Obviously, the story behind it was good, obviously amazing. They were obviously the parents, or the adopted parents of Yelena Belova and obviously Natasha Romanoff. And we got to go in deep dive into who they actually were in Black Widow, and I do hope we see more of them in the future of the MCU. Now, this is what this video is going to be about. So if you do enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So this probably going to be a short video, as we do see them a lot in Black Widow. The whole story of Black Widow kind of is obviously showing Natasha's past and how many lives she has actually lived in before, and her backstory with who her family is, as we never really knew who they were before this. Obviously, it's Black Widow's first standalone movie slash show or whatever. This is the first one. It's probably the only one, because now the new Black Widow is Yelena. So yeah, I do think that this movie was absolutely incredible. It's probably one of my favourite MCU movies, arguably my favourite MCU movie, probably, or actually yeah, it is my favourite MCU movie, I think. And yeah, I just thought I thought the characters, especially Melina and Alexei, or Red Guardian, I thought they went into them very well, as obviously they let them go to the Red Room. Well, mainly Alexei, but you know, he mainly let them go and let them off to the Red Room where he was Red Guardian, obviously. And yeah, it was basically the story of Dreykov, as well as Natasha thought he was dead, and it's basically just more of the story of them taking down the Red Room, which eventually they did by the end. And yeah, I do think that obviously Alexei and Melina were two amazing characters in this film, and obviously, will we see them in the future of MCU? I do hope so. With the return of Yelena, I do think that if she does get her standalone film, I do think that them two will return in it. Obviously, at the end of Black Widow, we do see them going off with the rest of the widows, obviously trying to find the other widows scattered around the world and trying to free them and break them from Dreykov's control of the Red Room. Obviously, he is dead now, so it would have been pretty easy for them to do, but it would be pretty cool to see how they did it in maybe a flashback sequence, or maybe a short show of how they did it, obviously, because Taskmaster is still alive, obviously rumoured that she might be a part of the Thunderbolts. So yeah, I do think bringing back Red Guardian, obviously they might not be the biggest of characters in the MCU and might not catch the attention of many people's eyes, but I do think they are two amazing characters, and it would be cool to see their story get continued. And obviously, as Yelena is alive, I would like to see them find out that Natasha's death as well. It would be pretty cool to find out their reaction of her death as well, obviously, as they were a family. So it would be cool to see Alexei and Melina return to the MCU in some sort of way. Obviously, it kind of did indicate that at the end of Black Widow, but I don't know. Maybe we will see the return of them both, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll never see them again. But I do have a feeling we will. I don't think the MCU will just shut them off that easy. I do think we'll see them in an MCU project in the future. I just don't know what that will be. Maybe a Yelena standalone film. It would make sense if it was, or a show. Yelena's own show, it would make sense if it was that, or maybe if they do bring out a Dark Avengers film with Yelena, because it does look like, from Hawkeye, it does look so far, well, we don't know, the next episode is going to be mainly with Yelena, but we don't really know what's going to happen with the Dark Avengers, but it does look like it's going to shape up to be that way. So yeah, tell us what you thought of Black Widow, and how you thought, and if what you think about Alexei, or Red Guardian, and Melina. I do think they're very cool characters, and I would like to see their story get continued in this MCU. But if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, tell us what you think down below. I hope you had a good day, and goodbye.